The Mauritanian is coming to theaters this Friday, but it's possible it could get passed up by the bigger releases, so that's what I'm here for. The movie is directed by Kevin McDonald and stars Tahar Rahim, Jodie Foster, Shailene Woodley, and Benedict Cumberbatch. It's about the story of Mohamedou Saleh, who fights for freedom after being imprisoned by the US government for years. What's going on, guys? If you're new to this channel, hook me up with the HBO special. You guys know what that is? That's the Help a Brother Out special. Hit that subscribe button, ding that bell, and hit the like button if you like videos on the latest in movies, TV shows, with a sprinkle of anime and gaming, guys. And let's talk about the Mauritanian today. I'm just gonna start out with what works. Now, what works for this film is Tahar Rahim and Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster, to be honest, she's always good in whatever she's in. Tahar Rahim, he is a standout in this. This is his breakout performance, and I wish the film was just better for him so that it could be very memorable, because I really liked his performance as Mohamedou. I think he elevates incredibly during those torture scenes. I mean, it's just a lot, I'm sure, for the actor to go through, and it was just crazy to see him do all those scenes back to back, and he just really knows how to elevate and knows how to explore different versions of this man. I mean, this isn't even fictional, guys. Like, this is based on a book by the actual Mohamedou, so this is a real scenario, unfortunately. So it's very heavy, very graphic, and Tahar Rahim just does a great job of going those places. Just really takes us to many different places. Great job to him. Jodie Foster, as usual, I like her in everything. I liked her in Hotel Artemis. I've liked her in pretty much every film she's in. She could do no wrong, in my opinion, so I really like her in this role. In that second half, the movie started picking up a little bit for me, and I kind of wish it had that same adrenaline that it had in the second half, but it almost changed entirely, and unfortunately, that brings me to what doesn't work. Now, I want to start out with two people that really don't work in this movie, and that's Benedict Cumberbatch and Zachary Levi. I like them as Doctor Strange and Shazam, respectively, but let's be real here, this is just not the movie for them. They have these southern accents that they can't keep consistent throughout the movie. I don't like their accents at all, to be honest. They just don't really bring enough energy, and they don't really bring a presence that really helps elevate the film. It really doesn't do anything for the movie, especially Zachary Levi's character. He has one scene in this movie where he's involved actively, but it just does nothing for me, his role at least. And I think Benedict Cumberbatch, this is just a miscast for him. I think you could have got McConaughey. I don't know if they could afford or what was going on there, but you could have got somebody else for that role. I just don't think Benedict Cumberbatch was the guy, so I'm gonna go ahead and say I did not like them. They didn't work, unfortunately, for me. Another thing that doesn't work is this movie feels a little confused with itself. It's like the first half is like this court drama, and then the second half is like almost like this horror-esque torture movie, and it just doesn't necessarily work as well. So I think there's a little bit of muddled confusion as to what movie we're getting into here, which brings me to my next point. The movie, unfortunately, is a bit bland, and it's because the first and second half don't really blend well together, and I like the second half a little bit more than I do the first half. It just kind of started out slow for me, and then it went to this place that I definitely didn't see it going, and it just kind of felt confused with itself, like I was saying earlier, and which the torture scenes were pretty horrifying. It's not something I'm racing to the screen to see, but at the same time, it just was a different tone than the rest of the film, and things were just so weird and muddled in this movie. The whole execution came across pretty bland. Besides Tahir's performance and Jodie Foster's performance, everybody else kind of just was there. They didn't really bring much in their role to elevate the movie, to make the movie an ensemble of any kind. No, not really. You had two good performances, and then everybody else kind of just was lollygagging, and their characters were just kind of there, and it just didn't really help the film. So the execution of the film overall was just kind of bland and a little forgettable, to be honest, and it was just a little hard to follow. I really like the subject matter, and I would love to read the book, but the execution of this movie just doesn't seem to really line up for me. So guys, out of 10, I'm giving the Mauritanian a 4 out of 10. Unfortunately, it just didn't hit a lot of good storytelling points for me. The movie felt confused with itself. It had actors that just really didn't belong, and I really wish that this felt like a whole picture, and it just kind of almost felt like the middle half was just kind of squished into the rest of the movie. It just didn't really flow cohesively to me. So I really wish I could have come to you with a great glowing review for this movie, but unfortunately, it just didn't work out. But you all let me know. Are you going to see this film? Let me know down in the comments if you're checking it out. It's coming out this Friday, so let me know your thoughts. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time on Geekly Goods.